On June 13th, I walked out of my corporate office for the last time. Since then, I've been on my solo entrepreneurship journey. And today, I want to share what I have actually learned so far. Hi, Smart Rebel. If you are new here, I'm Natalia, a top business school career coach turned AI entrepreneur. I spent 14 years in higher education, nearly a decade of that, coaching MBA and master's students, helping them land jobs at some of the world's best companies. And I loved what I did. The students, the energy, the sense of purpose that comes with working in education. The company was great too, international, fast paced, full of smart people doing meaningful work. But like any workplace, it evolved. And at some point, it just didn't feel right anymore. That moment actually came about a year before I left. I tried to adapt, to build something on my own on the side while still working in full time, and it didn't work. In June, I closed the chapter. George Michael's Freedom was playing in my head as I walked out of the office. And that's why every 13th of the month has become a small celebration for me, a reminder that I finished one chapter of my life and started a completely new one on that day. A moment to reflect on the journey and to share with you what I'm learning along the way. Let's start. Lesson one: nobody cares what you do. And I mean this in the most liberating way possible. When I started, I felt like I was under a spotlight. Every post, every logo change, every LinkedIn banner or headline update felt huge. I imagined people thinking, does she know what she's doing? Is she consistent? Here's the truth: nobody cares. And I realized it in a couple of months. Even your closest support group, your friends, your cheerleaders, they're busy with their own lives. They are not refreshing your LinkedIn every day to track your every move. And you know what? That's actually freeing. It means you can test ideas. You can experiment, you can change direction without worrying about what will people think. Especially when you are starting out with a small following, which, let's be honest, most of us are. You have permission to figure things out in public. So, stop worrying about the spotlight. It doesn't exist yet. Lesson 2: you will go through creative chaos. Yes, it feels like chaos at the beginning. I had a very clear idea of what I wanted to work on. My coaching project, offering one on one services. And then came the storming phase. Hundreds of ideas, experiments. What if I try these moments? Because when you finally have a time and mental space to explore, the options feel overwhelming. There's just so much you could do. But here's the design thinking lesson: that chaos is part of a process. You need to explore widely before you can narrow down. That's when I realized clarity is not the starting point, it's the result of motion. For me, that meant pivoting from pure coaching to building my first digital product, the prompt library for job seekers. Check the link in the description. I just finished it last week and I already see where it will evolve next, because every idea you focus on will evolve. That's not even a question. Lesson 3: people will suggest you go back to corporate. In the last 4 months, I heard this from two very close friends of mine. Maybe you should secure something steady and build your project on the side. Smart people and people who care about me. And I get it, they're coming from a place of love and concern. But if someone is not living the lifestyle you want, if they haven't built what you are trying to build, their advice might not be that relevant. Still, hearing that advice can be disruptive because it fuels your own inner What if? That hesitating little gremlin we all have. What helps me is remembering my dad, who started his own business at 48. I'm building that same resilience, what I call a bulldozer mindset, the ability to move in despite the distracting whispers. Following lesson 3, we've got lesson 4. Playing it safe doesn't always work. I tried to build my own project for several years while working in corporate, and it didn't work for me. Mainly because I actually loved my corporate job. I gave it my best energy, my best hours, my best focus. So trying to build something similar on the side was just too much. I didn't have the energy left. Maybe if my side project had been in a completely different area, it would have been easier. I don't know. But for me, it just didn't work. Now, that being said, as a career coach, I still believe it's the right approach. Having paid job while testing entrepreneurship on the side. So if you're someone considering quitting your job and going all in on entrepreneurship without that business set up yet, I would still advise you to try building on the side first. The fact that it didn't work for me doesn't mean it will not work for you. And if you still decide to go all in, make sure you are covered financially. Lesson 5, you do everything. And I mean everything. In the last 4 months, I've gone deep into prompt engineering, explored different AI and LLM tools, set up a website, figured out content creation and planning, and dealt with automation. Every day feels different because you are wearing a different hat. One moment I'm coaching clients and creating content, the work I actually love and trained for. And the next moment I'm troubleshooting my website or staring at spreadsheets, trying to plan my monthly content and learning that spreadsheets are actually not a good tool for it at all. So it's exciting. You are learning constantly. You're building real skills across domains. And it's also exhausting because nobody tells you that being your own boss also means being your own IT department, marketing team, and operations. But for me, it brought back that feeling of flow when you're just doing, learning, and feeling genuinely happy when that little automation just set up, grabs a webhook, and actually works. Yes, you will expand your tech vocabulary fast. So, buckle up. You are about to become a generalist really fast. Lesson 6, structure is freedom. This one surprised me the most. In August, I had a 3-week holiday planned, all in, no laptop. But after a few days of relaxing on the beach, something hit me. I could actually be using some of this time to move my project forward. And suddenly I realized I'm not in corporate anymore. In corporate, you close your laptop on holiday and don't open it until you're back. Well, for some companies, not all, that's still possible. Now, I'm living a completely different life. I can work anytime from anywhere, no fixed schedule or place. Welcome to digital nomad life. But this freedom comes with responsibility. My holidays are not going to be 100% disconnected anymore, at least not for a while. No one sets my schedule, so I have to create my own routine, work hours, rest, time with family and friends, hobbies. In corporate, your job description sets your agenda, priorities, KPIs. Now you are the one building it. That's a paradox of entrepreneurship. The more structure you build, the freer you become. And honestly, 4 months in, I'm not chasing freedom. I'm learning to manage it. Lesson 7, do things good enough, not perfect. The hardest pressure is coming from yourself. There are no deadlines, no KPIs. You set your own standards. And that's where the real challenge starts. When you care deeply about what you are building, it's easy to get stuck in perfectionism. I'm still learning to let it go, to do things well enough, not perfectly. And funny enough, that connects back to lesson one. Nobody really cares if your project is perfect. So you might as well keep moving and improve as you go. So these are my 7 lessons after 4 months in solo entrepreneurship. Number one, nobody cares what you do. So experiment freely. Number two, you will go through chaos before you find focus. Lesson three, people will suggest you go back to corporate. So develop that bulldozer mindset and resilience. Number four, playing it safe doesn't always work. Number five, you do everything, and that's how you learn fast. Number six, structure is freedom. Number seven, do things good enough. Don't chase perfection. So far, solo entrepreneurship is about learning to create your own structure inside total freedom, to design a life that is yours, not just escape someone else's. And I will see how it goes from here. If you're on your own journey or thinking about starting one, I would love to hear from you. What's been your biggest surprise so far? Leave a comment below. And if you want to follow my journey, subscribe. Every 13th of the month, I share what I'm learning, the real, unfiltered version of building something from scratch. Talk soon.